2021, since 2020 to 2021. So the last 5 seasons, he's played in 105 games.
What percentages of games is that, Monty?
Like 20.
Yeah. I'm not a math major.
Don't make him do math on the fly.
I'm not a math major. No, it's okay, KB. I'm guessing it's less than 30%. I'm just going to say it's not a good percentage, Fezzi.
I mean, Lonzo Ball, his talent, he was, second pick in the draft?
Yep.
I mean, his talent it's the same, right? We talk about guys who are talented. He's a big guard, can handle the ball. He was really touted for his vision on the court. And his ability to move the ball, obviously, the Warriors love that. But his injury, his availability has been a problem for him for a long part of his career. Actually, matter of fact, the surgery he had on his knees is what I had. Obviously I'm a big man. There's different loads on the knees, so he's been able to come back, and I'm proud to watch his journey. But something he's been struggling with for a while. So for the Warriors to add more of that to the roster while they're struggling with injuries right now, that's just a lot of trust in Rick Silverman.
And KB, his shot has evaded him. It hasn't been there for him over the last couple seasons.
And I would understand why, and I would want to give him a chance. He did try to have a resurgence with the Bulls, but the Bulls, as we know, are blowing it up right now. So it feels a little curious to me that the Warriors want to add another guard at this time. And then Lonzo, making it Lonzo. I mean, he's missed 2 seasons. He has missed 2 seasons with this injury. He was one of the first guys, right, to have this cartilage and meniscus transplant and try to come back. So his story, inspirational. What he can do right now at this juncture in his career, that's what this feels just a little strange to me.
Yeah, this is not a simple ACL. I say simple because ACL is serious too, but this is way beyond that. And so there are certain injuries like microfracture injuries and surgeries and stuff like that that are just difficult to come back from. And Lonzo has not been the same. Maybe he can keep at it and he can be an NBA player, but he can't be the guy he was drafted to be unless something miraculous happens in the next year or two, because he's already now in his late 30s and he hasn't gotten there.
It's curious to me, again, adding another
late
guard.
20s, I'm sorry.
20s, yeah.
And then I also wonder if the Warriors are interested in Lonzo Ball, does that mean we're going to see Seth Curry at all this year?
I was going to say LeVar Ball.
Got to think about it.
I was going to say Big Baller Brand in the building.
Big Baller. He's been too quiet lately.
I would be quiet too when my oldest son is shooting 27% from 3. There's nothing to talk about right now.
His young son is balling with the Hornets, man.
They are winning some games out there. No doubt about that. How about this? Some good news for the Golden State Warriors. Warriors convert Pat Spencer's 2-way contract to a standard NBA deal for the 2nd consecutive season. Here's what Pat Spencer had to say Thursday night on his contract.
This was obviously game 50 for you. You earned everything that's coming your way now. Is there relief that you've kind of crossed that threshold and they're going to convert you?
I don't know. Relief is the right word. We've got some phone calls to make here, so business is business. We'll figure it out. But I'm beyond thankful for this organization and what we've been able to do together. I'm thankful they've given me an opportunity, and so we'll see where the chips fall.
Let's take a look at the Ford starting lineup, brought to you by your California Ford dealers. Pat Spencer, good to start once again alongside DeAnthony Melton, making his 2nd start of the season. Moses Moody, Keith Santos, Draymond Green. Guess I'm going to have to wait on that sandwich from Kareth Burke. Comes to Al Horford.
They know about the sandwich, Pat?
They know about the sandwich.
We
Pat.
do.
Oh, yeah, I've blown it up. The whole
Okay.
Bay Area knows about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they all know about it. But
Maybe I should have said 8, 9, or 10 starts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
all
They
good.
can't do. Okay, I don't take it back. Okay, it's 5.
What Festus Feast really wants to know is what sandwich.
exactly, because we will be bringing Festus
That's a
Feast.
very, very good question.
Okay, well, this has got bigger and bigger.
He's pulling it up right on the spot.
Monty's like, yo, what about me?
You're invited.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Let's make what kind of deal do you want to make?
When this was the Horford deal?
Yeah. I said he
Okay.
would start 5 or fewer games this season.
Oh, no. I'm going to say 5 or more.
That's what Bonte
Well,
said.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Where's
on
he at
5
right
now.
Yeah.
He's off. He
He's
basically
on
needs to
5?
start one more game.
Yeah.
I got to buy
Come
this
on,
man
Al.
a sandwich. Okay.
Come on, Al.
All
Just
right,
one
that's
more.
fine.
Come on, Steve.
Okay,
Don't
all
let me
right.
down. But
All
let's talk
right.
some Pat Spencer, KB.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Pat Spencer got his contract converted today or this morning, but really that contract was converted in early December when he played against OKC, the Sixers in Cleveland. I mean, that was the game. That's right. Give me the money. You know who I am.
Give me my money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was converting. But maybe you could even go back to media day when he kind of walked out and surprised people like, oh, you're back. But that's the chance that he took with Golden State, who knew him. He came up via the G League, and he wanted to take a risk or a gamble on himself that this is the right environment for me. And if I play a certain way, they will reward me, and that reward came.
Yeah, this was going to be happening all along. I mean, and Steve has basically said it that, yeah, I want to get him on a standard NBA contract. So it was just a matter of stringing it out. They had to know what was going to happen before the trade deadline, before they can make a decision, but they already knew what they were going to do. And so I think it's a good move because Pat brings a certain level of almost an irrational confidence, but he's also a guy who plays with a lot of force. And this team can use that energy he brings sometimes. It's not quite Guy Santos level energy, but it's pretty close, and you could use that because we all know that this team, to have any chance to succeed in anything, they have to play hard. Pat's going to play hard. You know that. So that's a big move.
I was sold last year when Pat Spencer headbutted Alpert and Şengün. Think about it. Like a guy at the end of the bench coming in with that level of, I don't care who you are. I'm coming here to win this game. I'm with my squad. This is what you need from a guy. On the basketball court, what he's been able to do is, those non-Steph minutes or the non-Steph games where empty possessions are killers, he's been able to come in and make decisive, quick reads, get guys involved in the play, move the ball quickly. He can score himself. You've seen that in different ways. You talked about the OKC game. He was going back to back to back on those guys with the ball at the end of the game against the best defense in the league. Pat can score. He can play. His teammates love him. All these things are easy decisions to see why he really was signed to the list.
So how you feeling about today? Because we take a look at the odds presented by Great Resort and Casino. Monty, stay out of this, please. Just leave this alone. Let Fezzi and I handle this. KB wants to chip in. The Warriors are 2-point underdogs.
Monte, I'm saving my money for All-Star break because I need a
You spent a lot of money.
trip. I just want to see how much I have left after all the losses I've made on the odds this year.
Well, plus Super Bowl week has cost you a pretty penny too, right?
Well, make some money Super Bowl weekend. Thank you for coming to our beautiful city. Football, NFL. Thank you guys.
I want to see the pile of money. Where's this pile of money somewhere? Because we have to see it go up, but we got to see it go down.
Oh, it's gone, KB.
The pile of money is at the odds at the Great Resort
up at Roder Park.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. And Phoenix took himself out of the game. But let's start with Stephen Curry, who's out. And by the way, Warriors insider, two-time Emmy Award winning Monty Poole joins the desk here at NBC Sports Bay Area, but Stephen Curry is practicing patience with runner's knee. And let's go ahead and roll that because it's a matter of learning, as Stephen Curry says, with this painful knee injury. It's a matter of learning as I go what works rehab-wise because it's still painful. You have to try to get rid of all the inflammation and pain. It's something we still have to monitor and injury manage. But it's something where if I come back too early, it could flare up. So, Monty, we were just talking about this before the show. It wouldn't shock us if we didn't see Steph until after the All-Star break.
That's the way it should be, at least. Runner's knee is not something that goes away in a day or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. And the only thing you can do about it, really, short of surgery, which only happens in extreme cases from what I understand, is rest, ice, and just treatment. And so look at the Warriors season, the way it's gone. What do they have to gain to rush Steph back out there? I don't see anything. The team knows its limitations. They're well aware of it. We don't know what we're going to get from Porzingis just yet. So yeah, to me it makes perfect sense for Steph to not play at all until after the All-Star break, and even then, make sure he's good to go before you even put him out there, which I think is what the Warriors will do.
When you think about Steph playing through pain this season and the numbers that he's still putting up right now, that's really incredible. And then Monty, we've both been keeping an eye on his knee. You can see the 2 Band-Aids on every game. He is getting treatment on that knee.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why he agreed to speak to media so early in the night is because of his post-game regimen, the workout that he does, the treatment that he gets, because as you get older, it gets a little longer.
Well, Steph, every year, we talk about his conditioning, how hard he plays on the court, the miles that he runs over the course of a game, and that takes a lot of conditioning. It takes a lot of work to get to that point. As you get older, not only does it take you longer to recover, it also takes you longer to get to that point. I remember watching Steph last summer run the sand hills and the sand dunes, and we were talking about how hard he was working. that stuff gets harder and harder over time. I speak from personal experience. I got to a point where I had to warm up for 1 hour to play 15 minutes. It just didn't make sense to me anymore. And so for Steph, with this knee injury and talking about it flaring up, like, you really have to make sure you take care of it now, because you're trying to get to April and give the Warriors a chance. Because, I mean, without Steph, this whole thing falls apart. That's one. But without Jimmy, that's even more pressure on Steph to do what he does and do it at a high level. So the Warriors are really trying to make sure that this knee is right.
Well, they should.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this too. I mean, even not just this season. I think you got to look at it the long view, because this can be chronic, and you don't want that to happen, because we know what this season, the limitations are this season. And so all you can hope for is that maybe next season they can kind of rebuild, put this thing together again, and make another run, because putting Steph out there now with this team, it's asking a whole lot, and he was already trying to do a whole lot before Jimmy went down.
Yeah, and then I think big picture tipping point too. When you're talking about warming up for an hour to play 15 minutes and what the off season is like, the moment Steph decides that the off season is just a little too much and he's ready to walk away, that's going to be a major moment in his career.
That's almost word for word what he told me the day before the opening game against the Lakers in LA. He said, that's when you'll know. Yeah. That's when I'll know, is when the offseason is just too much.
You think he's close to that? He's averaging 27 a game, 47% from the floor, 39 from three. That's tough to walk away from, right? I mean,
what's even tougher to walk away from, Bonte, is postseason success.
Yeah.
And so the Warriors are really still trying to maximize that, give Steph a chance to have that. Because at the end of the day, that's what we play for. That's what we work so hard for. When you're thinking about the offseason, when you're working through the offseason, all those tough nights, you're thinking about the playoffs. You think about the time that you lost and how you can overcome that team that you lost and overcome those deficiencies. So I think this is why the Warriors went and got Porzingis, a guy that can play alongside Steph, a guy that can play in this system. He can play. He's a big man. He is a defender, can protect the rim, also hit threes, pick and pop, plus block shots and be a lob threat. These are all the things the Warriors are trying to do. Now, it's the only piece that the Warriors could get in the trade deadline, but that doesn't mean that's the only piece that they're going to get moving forward. They're just trying to build with this.
This would be the 14th game Stephen Curry misses on the season. He's missed 4 of his last 6, but they plan to keep Porzingis out of the lineup before the All-Star break, so we won't see him tonight, Monday, or Wednesday.
It's encouraging that he's with the team, but yeah, I think he needs some time with Rick Celebrini, who is another guy we need to talk about as far as a statue outside of Chase Center. I really hope, I mean, fingers crossed that Porzingis gets to play alongside Steph and gets to play with this team. With his injury history, with managing the syndrome that he has, POTS, it might be difficult, but I think they're excited.